Who killed Wolverine? In a world where heroes and anti-heroes constantly clash, Wolverine, an unstoppable fighter with adamantium claws and the ability to heal his wounds, was always regarded as one of the most powerful heroes. Alongside him was Deadpool, a wisecracking anti-hero with similar abilities. Despite their differences, they often fought on the same side. However, they shared a common enemy, Dr. Olmyrock, a brilliant yet insane chemist, who once worked for the government but had since turned into a dangerous criminal. He had tried multiple times to kill Deadpool and Wolverine, but their healing abilities had always thwarted his plans. After years of research, Dr. Olmyrock finally created a substance that could neutralize the healing powers of these two heroes. He decided to use it, with Wolverine as his first target. One day before a crucial battle between Wolverine and Deadpool against Olmyrock, the Doctor secretly approached Wolverine, pretending to be a friend, and handed him a drink. However, the drink contained the very substance that would forever strip Wolverine of his healing ability. In the ensuing battle, despite his strength and courage, Wolverine was defeated. Deadpool sensed something was wrong, and after surviving the battle, concluded that someone had betrayed Wolverine. Deadpool interrogated 5 individuals who were present around the time of the battle. 1. John, a reporter who was there to cover the event. Interview with John. John said, "I was just here to cover the battle. I never got close to Wolverine. I was observing everything from a distance, and when the fight started, I focused on getting the best shots. Honestly, I didn't notice anything strange." 2. Sarah, a doctor who was there to help the wounded. Interview with Sarah. Sarah explained, "I was on site as a doctor to assist with any injuries. I saw Wolverine before the battle. He seemed tired, but nothing out of the ordinary. I spent most of my time in the ambulance, ready to respond." 3. Jim, a hardcore Wolverine fan who had come to see his hero. Interview with Jim. Jim said, "I'm a die-hard Wolverine fan, so I came here to see him. Just before the battle, I saw him talking to a woman and drinking from a cup, but it didn't seem suspicious. I was just happy to see him up close." 4. Kate, another chemist who was there as an observer. Interview with Kate. Kate stated, "I was here as a scientific observer to monitor the effects of any chemicals that might be used in the battle. I didn't see Wolverine and was focused on my work, but I overheard someone say he looked tired and nervous." 5. Mark, a security guard responsible for the area. Interview with Mark. Mark claimed, "I was in charge of security in the area, and before the fight, I checked the surroundings. I saw Wolverine before the battle, but only from a distance. He seemed strong and confident, but I didn't even get close to him. Now it's your turn." Who helped the princess escape? In one of the grandest and most magnificent castles in the kingdom, a young princess lived. The castle, which had been rebuilt around 20 years ago, was filled with secrets and hidden passageways that had been preserved during the reconstruction. Only 2 of the castle's staff, the gardener and the cook, were aware of these secret paths. The princess, unhappy with the arranged marriage to a man chosen by the king, decided to escape the castle the night before the wedding. When it was discovered the next morning that the princess was missing, everyone in the castle was shocked, especially her fiancé, who was both furious and anxious. The princess's fiancé gathered 5 of the castle's staff, who might have helped her escape, and questioned each of them. Each had a different story about the previous night, but 2 of them were lying. 1. Interview with the cook. The cook, an elderly and kind woman, was the first to be questioned. She said, "The princess always enjoyed the meals I prepared for her. Last night, she ate her final dinner with delight, and then went to her room. I didn't see her after dinner, and I'm sure she stayed in her room until morning." 2. Interview with the maid. The maid, a young woman close to the princess, was next. she said. I took the princess to bed last night and stayed with her until she fell asleep. She was very worried and said she didn't want to get married, but I didn't think she would actually run away. I saw her asleep in her room until morning. 3. Interview with the seamstress. The seamstress, who had always carefully and tastefully tailored the princess's clothes, said, "The princess always trusted me. Yesterday she asked me to sew a dress for her that would be comfortable for running away. I realized she intended to escape, but I didn't think she would actually do it. The last time I saw her, she was wearing the dress I made." 4. Interview with the gardener. The gardener, a 45-year-old man who had served in the castle for over 30 years, was next. He said, "I was working in the garden last night and didn't see anything suspicious. I only saw a shadow moving along the garden wall, but I thought it was one of the castle's cats. I know about the secret paths in the castle, but I'm certain no one used them. I was in the garden all night and know nothing about the princess's escape." 5. Interview with the guard. The castle guard, a strong and loyal man, said, "I checked all the entrances of the castle last night and made sure everything was secure. No one left through the main gates. If anyone helped her escape, they must have used secret paths that I'm unaware of. Now, it's time for you to step into the role of detective. Who do you think helped the princess escape? Was it the cook, the maid, the seamstress, the gardener, or the guard? Who broke the vase? In a grand and ancient castle filled with priceless antiques, 4 friends named Alice, Daniel, Sarah, and Michael decided to spend their weekend. The castle had beautiful rooms, long hallways, and numerous gardens, each attracting the friends in different ways. Among all the beauty and grandeur, a magnificent vase stood proudly in the main hall, admired by everyone. One evening, while they were all gathered around the dining table having dinner, a loud crash echoed through the castle. Everyone jumped up and hurried to the main hall. When they arrived, they were met with an unbelievable sight. The magnificent vase was shattered into small pieces, scattered across the floor. The question that hung in the air was, who broke the vase? Alice is an art student with a keen eye for detail. She loves painting and crafts, and often spends her time sketching and creating artworks. Alice is known for her calm demeanor and honesty, and always tries to tell the truth. She mentioned earlier that she was in her room painting, and didn't hear anything until the vase broke. Daniel is a history enthusiast with a passion for exploring old buildings and uncovering the stories behind them. He was very excited to be in this ancient and mysterious castle and spent hours wandering around, examining various artifacts. Daniel claimed that he was in the library reading a book about the castle's history when the incident occurred. Sarah is a writer who came to the castle seeking inspiration for her next novel. She is always curious and eager to know everything and loves to be aware of all the details. Sarah said she was in the kitchen making tea when the vase broke, but the kitchen was quite far from the main hall, which made her claim a bit suspicious. Michael is an energetic athlete who loves adventure and discovering new places. He is known for his recklessness and high energy. Michael told his friends that he was outside jogging around the castle grounds at the time of the incident. He also mentioned seeing someone near the main hall before he left. I was in my room painting. I didn't hear anything until the vase broke. I didn't see anyone. I was completely absorbed in my work and wasn't paying attention to anything else. My painting wasn't finished yet. I was adding the final details when I heard the vase shatter. I was in the library reading a book about the history of the castle. I got so absorbed in the old stories that I completely lost track of time. As far as I remember, there was no one else in or around the library. I was in the kitchen making tea. The kitchen is quite far from the main hall, and I only heard the sound of the vase breaking. On my way from the kitchen to the main hall, I smelled fresh paint, which caught my attention. This was before the vase broke. I was outside running around the castle. I didn't see anyone or notice anything suspicious. I only heard the sound of the vase shattering, which made me come back inside.